All right. Well, welcome to the new year, 2026. Hopefully everyone had good holidays. Maybe some time off work if that pertains to you. But yeah, it is time to get back to work. Cleaning around here happened. Someone was supposed to come by one of the engines and never showed. But I kind of took advantage of moving things around. So I got the spare automatic and the good daily spare from the old silver car, the old Canadian motor here hanging out, which we discovered. I don't know if you can see it up in there. It has a, I promise there's a plug on there somewhere. Right there. It's got a block heater. So that's fun. But yeah, you know, for the right price, someone else wants it. We're willing to at least let it go because more or less in our way, in my way. But over here we have Brad's engine that we need to start working on. We finally have everything we need. Dayla's in here. I need to look at the service engine light that we have. I did forget when we had it apart. I knew about it but forgot. The wire that runs from this wheel bearing across, I need to figure out where that's broken because I do have the 3 lights for that, but we did catch service engine light in the driving we've been doing, which has been good. It definitely does not like the cold, and there's something in the tune I need to figure out why. Good. Oh, we're looking good. I'll check the oil too. Yeah, the idling of it doesn't seem to want to idle high until it goes in a closed loop. So I do need to look at that. But like I said, overall, they're running good, sounds good, and yeah, let's take a look and see what's going on. So at least those 3 we know what's going on. These 3 are for that wheel bearing. I'll probably just go ahead and go through and we'll just look at everything just to verify, but like I said, I know that front right wheel speed sensor has been throwing a code. Yep. So right front speed sensor open short. Like I said, I know we have a wire break somewhere, so at some point I need to crawl up under there and see what's going on. I would expect something to do with the catalyst because I did remove the downstream sensor. So bank 1, sensor 2, understand that, that's fine. I'll actually write those down because we can we'll turn those off. So I see a 137, 140, and 141. Put a question mark. We got a P0 101, mass airflow out of range. I could probably make sense of that. And then a P0 341 CMP. That's a crank, or is that a cam? That might be cam position, sensor circuit out of range. I'm probably gonna go ahead and start this because I have a funny feeling this has something to do with the cam. And then the MAF out of range, everything looked good. I can only imagine it's because we're just moving that much air maybe, which could be causing the hard starts. Let's go ahead and start her and see if I get a cam sensor present. Here, so for whatever reason it idle hunts until it hits closed loop. Slowly starts calming down. Now I know that can be a product of no cam signal, which I'm not getting anything. So that alone could probably be my problem as far as the starting and seeing that cam sensor. And I mean, so my mass airflow is moving, so I am getting signal out of that. It is moving around. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna focus on that cam one first and maybe I'll just throw one of the old ones in. I don't know. Let's give it a try. All right, so on these things, the cam sensor is down there. So, yeah. Best course of action, we'll take the belt off, get the power steering pump off, which is actually going to involve taking off the upper engine mount here. So we'll have to support the motor. But once we get in there, it's 8mm, I think, something like that. And we'll go ahead and swap it with the one off of the engine that was literally just in here, that had no check engine lights, and see if maybe that's the problem. That way. Take that off right there. Okay, so let's get this thing supported. Alright, that should be on it. So long as you're not lowered, you'll be able to get a jack under your car. Put a piece of wood between your jack and the oil pan. And just put a little bit of tension on there. You need 18 and 15 to get this plate off of there. A little more pressure. The way the mounts are. That in there. And then on the pump itself, you have 3 13s. One down lower. There. Last one, which likes to be pesky. One option is take out this mount completely, which would be 2 15 nuts, or we'll just make up something that'll fit. Now that's out of the way. So in the back here, it is a 15. If you have the holder on the power steering lines, you need to undo that and give them some play. See how the lines come loose. The power steering kind of gets a little looser. I would undo your power assist plug and let that sit off to the side. This is a pain, but it will come out. Like that. I've seen both 8mm and 10mm, but either way you'll have one bolt on your cam sensor down there. That out of the way. And this is the tricky part. So it is obviously plastic, right? And the last thing you want to do is break this thing so then it's stuck in your engine. So with some finesse, we'll just carefully get that out of there. So one thing I do like to try is coming from the front, at a very low angle, and just try to get under that and just kind of see if you can get up under there. Oh. And then once you do it, just kind of slowly try to keep pressure close to where the sensor is. I mean, this one should come out easy. I would avoid yanking on the wires as much as possible, because that can lead to the bad things. Once you get it up, you can try to spin it a little bit too to try to break it free. Once you start it going, it should come right out like that. I see a cam down in there. I don't know if the camera's gonna catch it or not, but there's your cam. Okay, we got the fish out. So, same thing over here. With some gentle finesse. I had just replaced it before I put this in, put that motor in the car. So I know that one's new. Like I said, I didn't have a check engine light. So in theory, should be good. Okay, so here's the one out of that engine. Pretty much identical. The only thing that I noticed was the O-ring's a different color, which really doesn't matter. So we'll just get this thing pushed in there. Make sure it seats. Alright, feel a nice little pop. Alright, just snug it up. Don't want it too tight. It's plastic. Really, we just need to tuck this there. There we go. Put that back behind there, and time for reassembly. So much too is if you can get that engine up above that. Kind of like that. Get away from that engine mount. Leave this top idler off, because when we go to push it, it's a lot easier just to go ahead and push this down into place instead of trying to go up and over one of these lips. Push that right down. Release. Okay. And do a quick check. Everything's still in place. We're good there. We'll go ahead and get this top plate ready. We'll get these on, started. Typically, we can finesse this thing and get those to drop in place. At least get them started before I let off the tension of the jack. As I got them started, turn down my impact here. We'll just slowly run them in. Get one started. Okay, turn this up a little bit. Okay. 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 Take the tension off the jack. Screws back in. All our tools, and then we'll start her up. All right, so back in the car, we get our connection established again. Go down to that cam position sensor right there. Let's see what happens. So I got an immediate yes, and this thing started right up. So that right there is one of those things where, you know, having something new isn't always good. That came right out the box bad. So we'll shut her down. I'll go ahead and clear the codes. Slight chance that mass airflow may have been related, but that's not going to be something I'm seeing on a regular scanner. In my case, that's going to probably be tune stuff. So I will, when I get some time, we'll get this thing data logged. I'll get a hand, we'll go down the road, get some log and see what's going on and see if I see anything that way. Otherwise, still running good. Pleased with that. Like I said, coming up is getting that thing ready. Next time you'll see this, you'll see a nice spread of parts. Figure kick the year off with something simple here. quick update on the daily as well. I don't know where you're at, but I'm gonna regret this. We have been absolutely hammered with snow. New Year's Eve was probably the worst. I would say probably over a foot in a few hours time. I mean, his car hasn't moved, and you can see the accumulation there. So the one last thing I want to do with the while I have a space available is check into that wire. Hopefully everything else is pretty much quick, easy. This way I can get under there in a nice warm garage. But once I'm good with that, or if I maybe just scratch that, I gotta get his car back in here, and that's got a whole laundry list of stuff to do. And we're back at it. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.